ACL Melbourne. We got with us Testikills. Yes, that's not an insult. That's actually his username. And we have JBHewitt, one of the LanSmash organisers. Welcome, guys.
Thank you for welcoming us.
Welcome to the X Report. That's
Thanks, JB. You can tell JB is always excited. All right. So these two have come down from Queensland to participate and help us out with the fighting game section.
Yeah.
How do you think it went?
It went well. I went well. I was happy.
No, you went well in Marvel. You did shit in Street Fighter. Let's be honest.
I went 3-3 in Street Fighter.
Yeah, but did you make top 8?
Did you?
Wait, who'd you play in Street Fighter? I want to know.
ToXY.
Yeah, and who'd you actually beat? That's what I want to know.
Oh, I got 2 buys.
and he's bragging about his free record. What about you, JB?
Yeah, it went well. I think X. We. This is my first sort of event in Melbourne, sort of major event that I've helped run, and it's been pretty crazy. We've got Halo, Call of Duty, Smash, and of course Street Fighter and Marvel. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. Had a few issues with the main stage with the stream, but overall, I think it's job well done, and I can't wait to get some sleep.
Fair enough. All right, so we had a decent turnout, I think, for the fighters, considering it's the location is out of the way. Most people are usually into the central location, the CBD and stuff. Plus the price range, which fighters aren't used to here in Melbourne. They're used to paying maybe $5, $10 every now and again for a major, $40, $50, whatever. But $25, a lot of them saw it was a bit pricey, especially because ToXY was showing interest and everyone thought, what's the point of paying $25 if we're not going to win? But what do you guys think of that? Do you think it's just a little soft?
It's a bit soft. Like, all of our tournaments are that much because we only have the LanSmash tournaments in Queensland, so that's $25.
Oh, yeah.
So essentially that's what we pay every time, so I'm just used to it.
And that's every 3 months, right?
Yeah, about that, yeah.
What do you reckon, JB? Do you think these players that didn't come out a little bit soft? Don't worry, you're going to go back to Brisbane. They can't say anything.
Well, look, they still have opportunities to go to the Sydney and Brisbane tournaments, and all the local guys will have their. We're going to have other local tournaments that won't cost as much, but for the major events, for the national major events, we have to do that price just to cover the hall costs. It's still a community-run event. No one here is making a profit, that's for sure. And a lot of it, all the money goes to the venue. I mean, that's just reality. So
a lot of sausages.
Yeah, and a lot of sausages, a lot of sausages. But we try to make it as cheap as possible for the gamers. Couch Warriors is great because you guys do cheap events regularly, right? Which is what you need to build a community, and I think that's great. I mean, it's something that we're sort of missing in Brisbane. We do major meets every 3 months or so, right? But so I can understand people's frustrations with the cost, and especially if they think that all the money's just going to go to top place. But it's also the experience, like we're trying to make it bigger than it is. We've got a bigger main stage, etc. We're trying to get value for money. I can understand people's hesitation coming out to the wonderful La Trobe University. Everyone I asked in Melbourne, they didn't know anything about it, or they said, it's a bit of a dive, but that's okay. all this great stuff going on in the city at the moment, and everyone's saying, "What am I going? I'm at it, La Trobe." Oh, right. Well, anyway, but I can understand people's frustrations. But even if you're not going to play, if you don't want to pay, just come out and check us out. Spectators are free, so just come around, check us out, just watch, play us. And if you can't come, check out the stream. That's all I can say.
I know a few people watching the stream. Like my brothers were watching it yesterday, saw me getting blown up by Testikills, and say, "Look, dude, at least block overhead." I did it today though, but on stream it's barely. Look. No, I doubt it. We can go back and count it. But yeah, a lot of people are saying that it's a bit of a drive, or a bit of public transport doesn't go this far. But you guys came. Yeah, see, he drives an hour for every Queensland tournament. Plus, these guys came all the way from Queensland to a Melbourne event. You guys can't even drive for like half an hour. That's a bit soft, I reckon. But don't worry, I can insult them. They're friends of mine, so it's all right. All right, so Marvel, you came second, right?
I did. It was good. People in Queensland said that ToXY was like too good, and he was. But they said if I played my best, I could come second. and
No,
Melbourne.
they didn't.
Yeah,
No,
they did.
didn't.
I got it on my phone.
No, they didn't.
Min said.
No, they
Min
didn't.
knows his shit.
Oh, yeah, no, they didn't.
And I got lucky. I got gifted a couple of matches in top 8. But
At least you're man enough to admit that you got lucky a few
I got
times.
lucky, and then I got disrespected by Burnout.
Oh yeah, he chose his Street Fighter team against you, thinking, "What is this Queensland bullshit? Forget it. I'm gonna use my crappy Street Fighter team and see how you go."
Went well for him, didn't it?
Well, he did underestimate you, and I think he regrets it now.
We played in pools.
Yeah, no, I know.
Like, it did not make sense to play in pools. He just won because I fimbled as a Melbourne term.
Well, but that's how it is, man. If it doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile, you know. One wise man said that once, Vin Diesel, I think.
But then you'd pick like a second-rate team after you only just win. Doesn't make sense.
This is how Burnout rolls. This is how Melbourne rolls. All right. This is.
I thought mind games.
From what I've seen from Melbourne, they pick high characters.
Oh, no. See,
no.
This is what I'm worried about. I'm worried that Testy came second, right? not taking any away from Testy, but I think that Melbourne is sandbagging. I think
maybe.
it was just, let's not show them all our strategies. Let's not show them all our technology.
That's actually true. We had a Chris Clubhouse the night before, and we were thinking, oh, there's a Queensland player coming down. It's not their main players, but I'm pretty sure he's coming here to scope out the competition and learn a few things. And that's why I held back on the stream yesterday, and right now I just kicked your ass because that's not recorded and no one's gonna see that shit.
So you lost in pool, salty run back.
It doesn't matter. I'll lose in every competition from now till Shadowloo Showdown, and then you'll see the true stuff. I wasn't even wearing gloves before. That was just 50% X.
Oh, it's 50% X. Yeah. I think you were wearing gloves last night.
Yeah, but like I said, sandbagging, sir. Sandbagging. You can take that back to Queensland with you. Noel, so who is the best in Queensland right now?
Be Min, Tom, Tyrone, Colin, Deathwish are all like right up there. They were like the top 5. It's funny because each one can like beat a different one kind of thing, but they can't all beat each other. Like no one's clearly dominating everyone.
That's a little different here. It's just ToXY dominating.
Yeah. ToXY's a freak.
You know, he's seriously in competition. I think he's like 40-0 so far. Like he's lost games, but hasn't lost a set yet.
He's fiercely competitive. ToXY's fiercely competitive, but it's great to have a player like that here in Australia. Because that's someone. No, it's something that to get a ToXY, you can't just be that good by yourself. You need a whole community around you to play against, right? So he's learning off everyone that he plays here, and it's just a representation, I think, of the state of play here in Australia. That's my take.
Definitely in Melbourne.
Yeah, well, I hope he keeps that up because there's a few players coming down, international players like Andy OCR. I've seen him doing pretty well in Marvel tournaments in the States. So, I look forward to seeing how he does against him and Taquito as well. Yeah, Taquito doing very well, and who knows who else that haven't actually told us they're coming down. So, Queensland. Hey. You know how we always have, like I said, Street Fighter Melbourne versus Sydney, and no other state really comes close. I think Marvel's going to be Melbourne versus Queensland. I think it's going to happen.
Street Fighter, we've gotten even further away.
Yeah, I know. I heard you all got your discs, put them in a pile, and just like burnt them.
To be honest, I had a hard time finding discs for this tournament. I don't know where they were. So, look, Marvel. I think we've always loved Marvel.
Yeah.
So, and I think it's also that no one really takes anything seriously there. So, it sort of suits our play style where, we win or lose, we just want to have fun. So,
But I think the difference now is a lot of other states are playing Marvel now. There's all these Marvel players coming out of nowhere. Like Burnout, we just recently, he's recent to the fighting game scene, not just Marvel, but Street Fighter as well. So he's up and coming. You got Didi, you got Somniac, who switched over to... Hey, Didi.
Taking 8th place.
Yeah, taking 8th place, bastard. For those who don't know, me and Carl were playing for 8th spot because we were tied and someone miscounted or Didi didn't put his result in. So we played this epic match on stream.
It was a good match.
And then it's like for nothing because Didi was 8th place anyway.
it's for 9th.
No, all right, came 9th. Congratulations to me. Sandbagging came 9th. That's pretty good. I like it.
Good effort.
All right, well, what's the next stop? Sydney? Are you guys gonna go to that?
Yeah. Next major stop for ACL is Sydney. I think that's in July. I think it might be in Parramatta. I'm not 100% sure on the venue yet. So there's that, and then there's the Brisbane finals around September. But we're going to have like local meetups as well, all over across Australia. So we're going to be partnering up with all the local communities, couch warriors, etc. And so even if you can't make it to a major, come to a minor and or a local event, and you'll still get points. I mean, the deal is that we're trying to do a circuit, okay? And so even if you come last, you're still going to get points, all right? So if you just keep going to each tournament, you'll get better and you're going to score more points, and those points determine your placing in the finals. So because in a double elimination, seeding is everything, So
All right, so Sydney and then Queensland. Hopefully a few Melbourne players decide to go up. Now, because
We know
ToXY's going to go to Queensland. Now, speaking of ToXY, he won Marvel and Street Fighter. He was wondering, can he combine those tickets and get a business class ticket instead? I was asking him, I go, who are you going to give it to? And, second place, you can't give it to Testy because he's already from Queensland. So you're going to give it to Somniac, who came second in Street Fighter? He's like, no, I'm going to see if I can hock a ticket for business class. So, we're going to have to talk to the ACL stuff, but I doubt that's going to happen. So
I think, as far as ToXY's concerned, it would be an upgrade if he didn't choose Tiger Air, like if he went with any other airline than Tiger Air, but that's my take on it.
Tiger Air doesn't even have one, does it?
Tiger Air, shit, Tiger Air, I'm surprised you get a chair on Tiger Air.
Tiger Air, business class in Tiger Air is the actual cockpit. You sit in the cockpit.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm actually too tall for Tiger Air.
Oh, Tiger Air.
It's pretty dodge.
It's pretty bad. Like me, I had to sit with me and my brothers and friends, and dude, you know how fucking packed we were? It's horrible on that, man. And what can you do? Budget airlines. All right, any shout outs from you?
Shouts to Queensland for a lot of the kind words they sent, which weren't very nice after the tournament. Definitely Slapper for a lot of messages. Apparently I'm not welcome back. And to Melbourne for coming out and making us feel welcome. This is the first tournament we've been down here for, so it was pretty good.
Well, that's it basically. So thanks for joining me again, and I'll see you in Sydney hopefully. So
Definitely Shadaloo. I don't know if I'll be down for the Sydney ACL.
Yeah, either Shadaloo or Sydney. We'll bump into somewhere, X, that's for sure. All right.
thanks, guys.